You're listening to Conversations Ignite.
Welcome back, listeners. I'm your host, Robbie, and today we're going to be diving deep into a topic that's essential to everything we do: motivation. What drives us to succeed? What keeps us going when things get tough? And why do some people seem to have an endless supply of it while others struggle? We'll explore the psychology behind motivation, different types of motivational theories that explain it, and practical ways to boost and sustain it in our own lives. So whether you're looking to achieve a personal goal or just curious about what makes people tick, this episode is for you. Let's get started. So what exactly is motivation? At its core, motivation is what drives us to take action. It's the internal push, or sometimes pull, that makes us want to achieve something, whether it's getting out of bed in the morning, completing a project, or even pursuing a lifelong dream. But here's the thing. Motivation isn't just a one-size-fits-all. It's complex, multifaceted, and can be influenced by a variety of factors. To start off, let's talk about the two main types of motivation: intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation is when we do something because it's inheritably rewarding, like pursuing a hobby simply because we love it. On the other hand, extrinsic motivation is driven by external rewards or pressures, such as working hard for a promotion or recognition. Both types of motivation play significant roles in our lives, but they affect us in different ways. For example, I've always been intrinsically motivated when it comes to podcasting. I genuinely enjoy having conversations, learning new things, and sharing the insights with y'all. But I'll admit, there's also an extrinsic motivation here, like seeing the positive feedback from listeners, which drives me to keep improving and creating more content. So it's a mixture of both that keeps me going. Now, let's dig a little bit deeper into the psychology of motivation. There are several theories out there that try to explain what drives us. One of the most well-known is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You've probably seen this before. It's a pyramid with different levels of needs. Starting out from the most basic ones, like food and safety, and moving up to higher levels of needs like self-esteem and self-actualization. According to Maslow, we're motivated to fulfill those needs in order, starting from the bottom. So, if you're struggling to meet your most basic needs, like if you're hungry or you don't feel safe, it's hard to focus on anything else. But once those needs are met, then you can start pursuing higher goals, like building self-confidence or achieving your full potential. Another important theory is self-determination theory, developed by psychologists Edward Dicey and Richard Ryan. This theory suggests that people are most motivated when they feel autonomous, competent, and connected to others. In other words, when we feel in control of our own actions, believe we can succeed, and have supportive relationships, we're more likely to be inherently motivated. Finally, there's acceptance theory, which is all about balancing effort and reward. It suggests that people are more motivated when they believe their efforts will lead to a desired outcome. So, if you think working hard will get you that promotion or help you achieve a personal goal, you're more likely to put in the effort. I'm still in the early stages of my podcasting journey, and I'll be honest. It's been a mix of excitement and uncertainty. There are moments when I wonder how things will turn out or if I'm even on the right track. But what keeps me going is the belief that if I keep putting in the effort by learning the ropes, connecting with my guests, and improving my content, it will eventually pay off. It's that belief that keeps me motivated, even when the path ahead seems unclear. So, what are the key factors that influence our motivation? Well, it turns out there are quite a few. One of the biggest is goal setting. When we set clear, achievable goals, it gives us direction and a sense of purpose. Whether it's a short-term goal like finishing a project or a long-term one like mastering a new skill. Having something to strive for can be incredibly motivating. Mindset is another crucial factor. Psychologist Carl Dweck introduced the concept of a growth mindset, which is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through efforts and learning. People with a growth mindset are more motivated to take on challenges and persist in the face of setbacks because they see them as an opportunity to grow. On the other hand, a fixed mindset, the belief that our abilities are static, can be a major barrier to motivation. Rewards and incentives also play a significant role, especially in extrinsic motivation. Sometimes knowing that there's a tangible reward at the end of the effort, a bonus, recognition, or even just a sense of accomplishment can be a powerful motivator. However, it's important to balance this with intrinsic motivation so that we're not just chasing external rewards, but also finding personal satisfaction in what we do. Working in retail can be very tough, and there are days when it's the paycheck that keeps me going. But over time, I've also found a deeper motivation in the small, meaningful interactions with customers, helping them find what they need and seeing their satisfaction. Those moments remind me of why I enjoy the job, even on the most challenging of days. Of course, staying motivated isn't always easy. We'll all face setbacks and challenges that can drain our motivation. One of the most common is procrastination. How many times have you put off something important only to feel even more stressed about it later? Procrastination often stems from fear. Fear of failing, fear of not being good enough, or simply just being overwhelmed by the task at hand. Burnout is another major challenge. When we push ourselves too hard without taking breaks, it can lead to exhaustion, both mentally and physically. And when we're burned out, our motivation can plummet. It's important to recognize the signs of burnout early and take steps to recover, whether it's taking time off, seeking support, or reevaluating our workload. Self-doubt can also be a huge barrier to motivation. If you don't believe in your abilities, it's hard to stay motivated to pursue your goals. That's why building confidence and self-esteem is so important. It helps us push through challenges and keep going, even when things get tough. I've definitely experienced moments of self-doubt while starting out my podcast. There are times when I've questioned whether my content is reaching anyone or if I'm even on the right track. But by focusing on the small wins and progress I'm making, whether it's learning new skills, receiving feedback, or simply just seeing growth in my audience, I've managed to stay motivated and keep going. It's this gradual progress that keeps me moving forward and excited about what's to come. So how can we boost and sustain our motivation, especially when it starts to wane? One of the most powerful ways is to find your why. Understanding the deeper reason behind your goals, why they matter to you, and what impact they'll have on your life can keep you going, even when the going gets tough. Breaking tasks into smaller steps is another great strategy. Sometimes big goals can feel overwhelming, and that can snap our motivation. But by dividing them into smaller, more manageable tasks, we can build momentum and make progress step by step. Celebrating small wins along the way is also important. Recognizing your progress, no matter how small, can give you a boost of motivation to keep you going. It's all about acknowledging your efforts and seeing how far you've come. Finally, creating a motivational environment can make a big difference. Whether it's surrounding yourself with positive people, keeping your workspace organized, or finding inspirational content, the environment you create can either fuel your motivation or drain it. I've found that creating a dedicated space for podcasting where I can focus, stay organized, and feel inspired has been a game changer for my motivation. It's a space where I can get in the zone and really dive into work. So, as we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with this thought. Motivation is a dynamic and multifaceted force. It's driven by a combination of passion and rewards, and the belief in our own potential. Whether you're navigating a challenging job, pursuing a new project, or just trying to stay on track with your goals, understanding what motivates you and how to harness that motivation can make all the difference. Reflect on what drives you, and remember that both small steps and big achievements are valuable. Celebrate your progress, stay connected to your why, and keep pushing forward, even when things get tough. I'd love to hear from you. What motivates you in your daily life? Drop a comment and share your thoughts. Thanks for joining me today. I look forward to our next conversation. Until then, keep motivated, keep striving for success, and remember, keep that fire burning.
Thanks for listening to Conversations Ignite. See you next time.